Good morning, y'all. It's your girl, Felicia. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. We're here. We are reimagining life at any age and at any stage. And just real quickly, I just wanted to come on this morning and encourage somebody who's out there trying to figure things out financially, who's trying to figure out a way to level up, get past where they are. You don't need a second job. And you're probably like, girl, what do you even mean? Because you don't know my financial situation. You don't know what I need. You don't know what I've got going on. No, I don't. But what I do know is that I have been in a position where I felt like I needed not one job, not two, three, maybe even four. Because these days we feel like we need 1, 2, 3, 4 or more to make it. Like the way things are set up right now, it is not easy out here. However, at this age and at this stage, what I have found out is that we have some God-given talents that will allow us to make ourselves. Listen to what I'm saying now. Listen to what I'm saying really close. We have some God-given talents, some God-given skills, some internal talents and gifts that will allow us to become our own side gig. We don't need a second job if we are sitting on things that can become our side gig. We can take what we have, what we know, what we are able to do, and monetize it. Monetize ourselves. We are walking banks. We are walking deposits. We can begin making withdrawals immediately if we really just drill down what it is that we know how to do, come up with processes and procedures to do that thing. Who knows? It might be writing. It might be speaking. It might be filmmaking. It might be landscaping. It might be artistry. It might be dog grooming. All of us have something. We were all put here with something because guess what? Inherently, deep down, we're all creators. Even if you're a person who but even if you're a person who your thing is you like to sit around and make people laugh, you might have a comedic talent. There is a way to monetize what you have. And guess what? The system will have you believing that you've got to go out here and get all of these jobs. There's only 24 hours in a day. All right? Let's do some quick math. There's only 24 hours in a day. Say, for instance, you spend 6 to 8 sleeping. All right. So let's just say 8 just for, maybe it take you 30 minutes to lay down and unwind, maybe 30 minutes before you get up, but in between. So let's just say 8 that you're in bed. All right. So now you only have 16 hours left, right? So if you work 8, consider the time that it takes to get up and get ready, get dressed, commute, drop the kids off, whatever else you've got to do. Then you work 8. Then when you get off, whatever you've got to do when you get off to prepare for your next day. And you put another job on top of that, and maybe another job on top of that. If you think about it, it's set up to soak up all of your time, all of your creative energy, all of your creative spirit. And that is not what we were put here for. We were not put here for that. Now, I'm not advocating that you run out and you quit your job and you do this and you do. That's not what I'm advocating. What I am advocating is that you find some time during the day, before you go to sleep, when you first wake up, or in the evening, right when you get off, some time of the day to sit down, analyze what it is that you were put here with. Analyze what that thing is that you were put here with that you can monetize, because you are walking around right now a walking, living, breathing monetizable tool, if you think about it. Because we look at our jobs and other entities as things that are going to generate money for us. But if you think about it, those things don't generate money for us. We generate it because we actually have to physically get up and go to the job. Even if you work from home, you are still expending time and energy into that thing. So what if you just used a little bit of time and a little bit of energy into what you have to offer, whatever that is, and figure out how to monetize that? Then you become your side gig. And who knows? You may do it so well. You may be so amazing at whatever it is that after you become your side gig, you might just become your main gig when you figure out how to monetize yourself. People are out here making millions of dollars just being themselves, turning the camera on, talking to people like I'm doing right now. You know, they call this a FaceTime talking head video, whatever it is. There's just different terminology for just turning the camera on and being who you are, showing people yourself, you know, just being transparent, being comfortable, being authentic, because that's a thing. You know, we can't get out here and pretend to be XYZ. We have to authentically be that thing. So again, there's some comfortability there. You know, you can spend that time in the mornings or in the afternoons before you go to sleep or what have you. You can think about, meditate about, pray about, how do I present my true authentic self to the world so that I can monetize me? It's time to monetize me. It's time for you to monetize you. Because if you think about it, when we go to work every day, we are being monetized. Listen, for however much we make when we go to work, even if you're somebody who makes a lot of money, if you make, you can make $200 an hour. If you make $200 an hour, do you know how much the company is making? If they are willing to pay you, because these days people are not willing to pay. So if they're willing to pay you $200, and that's an extreme example, because nobody's really paying $200 an hour. They barely want to pay $20. But if somebody's willing to pay you $200 an hour, imagine how much they are making. You have been monetized. You have been monetized by that company. So we have to figure out, how do we monetize ourselves? How do you monetize yourself? You are a walking, living, breathing bank. Now, if I could suggest anything, if there's one thing that I would suggest you learn, well, two things actually. Two things that I would suggest you learn AI, learn how to use ChatGPT, because you can just run a prompt through there, ask it, how can I build a business around XYZ? I am skilled at XYZ. How can I build a business around XYZ? You've got to tweak the prompt, of course, to reflect exactly what you're trying to do, but learn how to use AI. That would be the first thing that I would suggest. The second thing that I would suggest is learn how to edit. Learn how to edit videos, because once you decide what you're going to do, then you're going to have to promote it. And free promotion is social media. Social media is free promotion. So while you're getting started with learning how to monetize yourself, you're not necessarily trying to spend money. So you're going to be using all of the free promotional tools that are out there. Social media is a free promotional tool. So in order to effectively promote yourself, you're going to have to film certain things, and you're going to just have to learn how to edit. And CapCut is one of the most amazing free tools out there, although there is a subscription to upgrade. There's a subscription to upgrade everything, but you can start off with the free services, right? So I guess my point in this entire diatribe is to let you know you don't need a second job. You don't need a second job. You just need to learn how to monetize yourself. Use your talents. Use your God-given gifts to monetize yourself. You're a walking, living, breathing bank. All right? You guys let me know in the comments if this is something that you've even been thinking about. Have you been thinking about getting another 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs? That's going to take up the rest of your life to do, and you're still going to have all these bills. You know, let me know if you've been thinking of ways to monetize yourself. Let me know if you've been thinking about learning how to edit, if you've been thinking about how to start using AI or what have you to level up your life. Because again, on this channel, we are reimagining life at any age and at any stage. So in doing that, it starts with us. It starts with us. And when you're taking inventory of your assets, just know you are the biggest asset that you own. You're the biggest asset that you own. So learn how to monetize yourself. All right? Because trust and believe, when you walk into whatever your 9 to 5 is, whatever time you go to work, whatever, they are monetizing you. So you don't need a second gig. You just need to learn how to monetize yourself. All right, guys, gotta go. Love you all so much. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, all the things. All right, it's your girl Felicia, and until the next video.